Well, I'm back out here at the hangar. It's a beautiful day. I'm going to open up the hangar here shortly because it is very nice out, and I'm going to start working on riveting on the skin. Lots and lots of rivet holes to do. Every single cleco here, there's another rivet, so every single cleco times two. So lots of holes. Going to start in the center and work outward. The attempt is to keep, the intent rather, is to keep the skin taut. You know, if you rivet in the wrong direction, or if you rivet inward, sometimes you'll impart a bubble or that oil canning that we've talked about previously, which we don't want. Also, this double set right here will be one of the last things I do. So this is going to be interesting. I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to get this done. I may have to build a jig or something to allow me to lower this so that I can get on either side of it. It would be handy to have a second person, so I may end up calling my wife or my buddy to come help me. I'm not sure yet. There may be some designing a tool or building something to do this, because I'm not sure that I can get everything I need done here. Either that or I'm going to be standing on a ladder all day long. I don't know, we'll see. So that's what I'm going to be working on. Also, a side note, I find it kind of funny. I got my first downvote the other day. I noticed that one of my previous videos, or last two videos ago, I think it was, someone had given it a thumbs down on YouTube, which I find amusing because I don't know why it was downvoted. It's the same format as all the rest of the videos, so I'm not really sure what's changed or why anyone would downvote it. I just thought it was funny. So yay, downvoters. If you do have a reason to downvote, though, seriously, if there's something that you think I should be doing differently, or if there's just something that you think is dumb or whatever, leave feedback. Let me know, because I mean, I want to address it. I want to fix it. If you guys think there's something that I should be doing, differently, please tell me. Don't just downvote and go away. Feedback is always welcome. So anyways, open the hangar, start riveting. Lots to do.
And I realize fully I can't please all the people all the time, and I'm not trying to. It's just, if I am doing something wrong, I know there's a lot of very smart people out there that have done things that, I may be doing incorrectly. Please tell me. I mean, you're only going to do me a service, and I will not take offense or be a jerk about it. I absolutely want to know if I'm doing something wrong. And but here you see, I cranked open the hangar. It was a somewhat nice day. I think it was a little cool on that day, and started working on it. And yeah, not too bad. I started trying to use rivet tape, and I realized that the rivet tape, first of all, I don't have a lot of it, and as far as I'm concerned, it just doesn't work as well as regular old blue painter's tape when it comes to holding the rivets in. I need to do a show on just that, because it makes a big difference. I find the rivet tape actually gets really sticky and nasty, and it's just kind of a pain in the ass to work with, whereas painter's tape isn't. Anyways, more on that later. Fast forwarding a little, I wanted to talk about the correct way to do the nut plates.
Hey guys, I've been at it for hours. You can see the various rivets that I've got in. Still got a long way to go. One thing I wanted to talk about was these nut plates. So on the edge here, you're going to be doing some work on some nut plates, and you have to put in, a couple rivets, and it's very important that you have the screw, the number 8 screw, seated fully before you actually drive home the rivets. And the reason I say that is because it is possible, in theory unlikely, but is possible to seat the rivets if you don't have the nut plate in there correctly, and you won't be able to screw the screw in because it'll be ever so slightly off center from the hole that you drilled, especially considering this has not only the plate or the skin, but there's a skin underneath that, remember, because of the double. And then over here where these nut plates are, you also have this rib. So there's this possibility of misalignment that you really, really don't want. So just a tip, if you will, put in the 2 clecos to hold the nut plate in, and then screw the number 8 screw all the way home, seat it good tight seat, and then take these out and use your squeezer or whatever to buck home the rivets. And then your screw will be able to come in and out nice and smoothly. So anyways, gonna keep at it. It's endless, man. It's endless. There's so many rivets.
Seriously, it's completely endless. There's 900 to 1,000 or so on here. It just takes forever. This is like the 3rd or 4th day. And you can see here, like I said before, I'm using the step stool going up and down on it as opposed to some other jig. And that worked out pretty well. I can't complain. It let me get the work done in a sort of timely manner, and the results were good. You can see here's an example of how they came out, and I think it's good. There's a lot of holes and a lot of work here, so I'll let me from the past talk to it.
Well, I'm making progress. A lot of holes. So far, I've been out here for 3 days working on this. 2 5-hour days, and I'm up to like 2 hours so far today. And you can see I'm slowly getting there. It's not a fast thing. One thing I'd like to point out is that the instructions specifically say you should do back riveting. That means you would use a bucking bar with some sort of protective coating or plastic. You would place it on this side and go on the other side and use a back rivet tool to do the work. I opted not to do that, primarily because I just found it awkward. I tried, didn't like it. I didn't actually run any of the rivets that way because I just didn't like the feeling of it. Instead, I used standard bucking bar and standard rivet gun, and it worked just fine. I think I have gotten excellent results. I'm not complaining at all. I think I have one blemish where I had the tool slightly tilted and it dented ever so slightly, but other than that, maybe it was right here. Other than that, I'm not complaining at all. This is going to be great. And you know, these little teeny blemishes that might happen, which there really are none here, but these little teeny blemishes that might happen like that will be scrubbed off anyways once you paint it. So, meh, not worth talking about. So anyways, that's where I'm at. I'm going to keep going. I've got the wing set this way now, specifically with this area underneath, so that I can get down on my knees and kind of work above me to do these this lower row of rivets, because I can't reach down over the top as I've been doing to it, because my arms are not quite long enough. I've got gorilla arms, but they're not quite that long. So I'll be doing the bottom row here shortly. Ideally, that's where you would have somebody come help. But I don't think I need it. I think I can actually do it by myself. And if I can do it by myself, I will. If I had somebody else immediately handy, okay, I might use them. I might put them to work. But otherwise, nah, I'll be all right. So anyways, back at it.
And I thought I'd give you a close-up of some of the rivets, just so you can see exactly what they look like. This is pretty much what all of the rivets in the whole skin look like, and I just can't complain. There's a slight circular blemish, of course, and that's from the dimpler, and then each rivet is set nicely in the skin. So yeah, it actually came out really well. And finally, you see how I'm doing the rest of it is I'm sitting underneath it and swinging my head back and forth to do the bottom parts of the wing as I can get to them. Kind of silly, you know. Certainly would have been easier with a second body, but I didn't have a second body, so here I am. Anyways, guys, talk to you next time.